So we're starting this video off in the dorm. I'm going to be showing you how to make a gun in Rec Room with an ammo counter. But before I do that, I just wanted to say a quick thank you to everyone who supported me and got me the golden hoodie. I posted a short about this, but I just wanted to say in this video, thank you. Hello. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a very simple gun with a ammo counter in Rec Room. Now, this is one of my published maps. If you play the map, you know what gun this is and what these are. If you want to check out the map, it is called the Suburban Hood RP. Now, the things you will need to start off with is a gun model. I got this gun model off of the Unity store. I will post a link to it in the description if you want to download it for people who have Rec Room Studio. And then you will need 2 sound effects, which it's just a sampler. Sample auto constant. You need a gunshot and a reload sound. Alright. Now the first thing you're gonna need is a gun handle, which it is a beta feature, which there are a few bugs with it right now where it'll just stop working, but I'm sure Rec Room will fix that in the future. Before I spawn it in, let me show you how to turn on beta features. So you want to go to your room, you're going to go settings, scroll all the way down here, you're going to allow creative tools beta content. It'll ask you to save the room, just save the room, and bam, you have access to beta content. But before we spawn in the gun handle, we need an animation gizmo. I'm sure you could do it with the animation controller, but I'm not too sure how to use that just yet because it's a new feature. So I'm just going to stick with the animation. Put that right there. You want to first put a 1 here. That's my bad. Now, you spawn it in. Just connect this to this. And it will keep it still so it's not just flopping around everywhere. You're going to want to detach it, otherwise it looks kind of funny when you use it. Let me just put this right here for now. Wait. Well, now you need a projectile launcher. This was fairly recently added, but it's still not like a new feature. You just bring it over here. You're gonna want to also detach this one. It again looks kind of funny when you use it without that. Our first connection is going to be on gunfire, fire forward. I see a lot of people make this mistake where they will put the gunfire into the fire in direction. This only works if you have a vector on it, which you can do that, but it's just a lot of effort that isn't needed. Now you just want to scale this down and put it on the sight of your gun. If you put it on the barrel, VR players it'll be kind of funny to VR players, because you gotta know VR players are using the sight and not just the crosshair that's on the screen. There we go. Next thing you'll need is a few audio sounds, audio players. You'll need 2 of these. So you can just spawn 1 in and clone it over. Then again, you're going to want to detach these. put it over here. Now, for this one, we're gonna make this one the gunshot sound. So let's just take our sound effect and put it right there. Maybe just connect that into there. And this one is gonna be the reload sound. Down into there. Now, on fire forward, you're gonna play it. And then in the audio thing, you want to interrupt current sound so it overlaps and makes it sound a lot smoother than what it normally would be. And you're also going to do 3D audio. You can do the max roll-off distance to where how far you want other people to hear the gunshot, so I like to leave it at 60. So you can pretty much hear it far away, so it makes it sound a little bit more realistic. The sound effect, you can just put it to 1. Okay. Now since it is the gunshot, I like to put it at the front and center of the gun. Just like this. And the reload, you also want to put it at 1. 3D audio, and put it at 5, so it's only really the user who's hearing it and other people who are really close to you. Also interrupt current sound too. And since it's more of the user who's using it, you can just put it at the back or where the hand would be. And for this, you want it to play on reload started. You want to stop on reload cancel. That's pretty much it for that one. And then when you try and pick it up, you obviously can't pick it up. So let's get a clamp. Now it's just the aesthetics, but I like to make it really small. Just because I think when you have your Mega Pin out, you have a huge clamp there, it's really annoying. And now you can blindly bring this over. You're going to want to move the animation gizmo. It's very important that you line it up so that when screen mode players use it and VR players, it's centered and not kind of wonky. Which, if you want to get it precise, you can scare yourself. And then move it just a tiny bit. Get it just right. There we go. Let me scale myself back up. Okay. Now you want to connect the gun handle to the bottom of the clamp. Then you connect everything else to the very top. So this, the gun model, the other audio player, and the projectile launcher. Man. Now it pretty much works, but you notice there isn't a ammo counter yet. We still have to make that. Let's just customize everything about this. So you're going to do a two-handed. You can set the max ammo to whatever you want, but I like to set to 30 because it's AR or AK-47 if you want to be technical. I like to put it to continue fire and put it at 7.5. This is like the range where it feels pretty good to shoot at it and it's not breaking your game. Visual only when components are visible? Yes. Has a highlight beacon? No. And that's pretty much it for that one. Now we can come in here into our projectile launcher. Set the type to whatever you want. I like to use Cork just because. Gravity enabled. Set the damage to whatever you want. I like to set it to 15. And then you give it a boost for headshot. So I put it at 20. You want to disable the sound because we already have our sound effect. We don't need the Rec Room sound effect. That's pretty much the entire gun made. You can mess around with the sounds a bit, the sound volume, so I think I'll turn mine down just a bit, back down to 0.5 or 0.6. And right now it is a bit slow, so we will just turn up the speed. All I did was just increase the speed all the way up, and I left the force at 1.5. So it shoots far, shoots fast, and it's not like lacking in length, if you know what I mean. So that's pretty much the entire gun done, but now let's get into the ammo counter. For the ammo counter, we are going to be using a Game Hub element. Game HUD element, you're going to need a Game HUD element constant. Let's just put it up here. It doesn't matter what you call this, because nobody sees it anyways, but you're going to need it for everything else to work. Let's make it to where when you pick up the gun, it shows the Game HUD value. So let's get a Game HUD elements, set Game HUD element enabled. You're going to need 2 of these. Set one to true and leave the other one false. So on pickup, it'll set the Game HUD value to true. And then on release, it'll set the Game HUD value to false, which this does is enable your visibility to see it. Now that we have that, let's come into here and actually set our values. What you're going to set the value to is whatever you set your ammo to. So for me it was 30, so put both to 30. And you can play around with this and put it wherever you want, just don't put it as your primary or secondary or upper middle, because these values are primarily for the bars and don't typically display the values pretty good. So I like to use the lower right. And the color, it doesn't really matter too. I like to put it to a nice slate color. So now that we have all of that set up, let's now set the reload mechanics to reset your values. So we'll need an int variable. Set this to whatever you want, but make sure that for each gun that you make this named differently so that it doesn't mix up the ammo counters. This is very important, so I make it AK like 1. And then we make it to where every time you shoot, it'll subtract 1 from your HUD value. So connect this one to this one. Put this at 1. And then get a set HUD value. Set HUD value. Very specific on what you have to name this. I don't like that. But just put this down. Put the target into this. Put the value into that one. Now let's clone this one over. clone it down, and you're going to want both of these synced, just so they're both synced up. We're just going to leave it there for now, but let's get a less than, a less or equal. My bad. You could use a less than, but I like to use a less than or equal to, just in case. Set it to 0 because we want to check if the gun has 0 bullets. And if it happens to go below 0, it'll still catch it, but it shouldn't go below 0. Put the if chip into the set HUD game value, and then get a player show subtitle. And you can set the player into this player tab, and then just say reload. On reload, we want to do it on reload complete. Set it into this one, and then get another one of these. Connect it into this one, and then we're going to put into this value, put how much ammo you put onto your gun handle. So I put 30 for mine. This is pretty much everything that you need for the ammo counter to work, so let's test it out. I pick it up, shows the HUD value. I forgot to name the HUD value, so I'll do that in a second. Sometimes it goes negative. I'm not really too sure why it does this. Oh. It's because we didn't put the value into this one. Now it should work just fine. But clearly, as you just saw, the sound effect did not line up with the sound, so all you would have to do is put the reload duration to whatever, how long your audio sample is. So for mine, it's like 1.8. Yeah, 1.8. Okay. Now everything should work smoothly. But now let's fix the gain hub name. So just put the name or element enabled or element label and just put it to ammo, so that whenever you pick it up, it says ammo. I accidentally grabbed 2, but there. That's pretty much everything that goes into the guns in this game. This is me coming in after recording the video, going over some stuff that I forgot to mention while recording the video. So I forgot a few things. The first one being that you should come into the audio player and set the audio channel to sounds. This is more of a user experience type thing. Another thing is that, as you noticed at the start of me making it, when I shot it the first time, it went to -2. To stop this from happening, all you have to do is make a event receiver for room loaded. You don't really need the delay, but I have it in here for specific reasons. And you put your int variable, the synced one, and put it into it, just so that when you join the room, it automatically sets the value to whatever value that you put it as, just so that it doesn't go negative. That's how to do that. Another thing is that you will have to make your own gunshot sounds and gun reload sounds. they are not the default Rec Room sounds. So I just got mine off of Google. You can get yours wherever you want, it doesn't matter. But that's pretty much everything that I forgot to mention. But if you have any ideas or need help with anything, leave a comment on what tutorial I should make next or what video I should make next. I will most likely see your comment because not many people comment on my videos, so I will 100% see your comment. Also, if you have any questions about Rec Room Studio, I will happily answer them. Because someone was asking like a few days ago about occlusion cooling. If you don't know what occlusion cooling is that when you're not looking at an object or there's a wall in between, it'll just stop rendering the object. So if I were to come over here and see that purple tree and go like this, it wouldn't render it. It is possible with Rec Room Studio, but I just don't know how to do it. So I apologize for that. But there is a way to do it. If you go into the Discord, there's probably a whole chat log about that. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.